program for New York.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Rule. Well, I'm not supposed to give double honors if I'm not in the case. As per the apostles' order. According to the apostles' order. So, salutations to the apostles and the elders of GMS and Well, and to the Akim out there spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. It says, got a video by this brother GMS Watchman, NYC Mayor Mamdani wants IDs to shop for groceries. GMS gave you a warning. And where have we heard this before? This will they'll eventually require the chip for this, by the way.
Your spare change can go a long way with Acorns. Find out your potential today.
We believe that only American citizens should vote in American elections, which is why the time has come for voter ID, like everything else. Voter ID. You know, if you go out and you want to buy groceries, you need a picture on a card. You need ID. You go out and you want to buy anything, you need ID and you need your picture. In this country, the only time you don't need it, in many cases, is when you want to vote for a president, when you want to vote for a senator, when you want to vote for a governor or a congressman. It's crazy. It's crazy. The most popular person in the history of the Republican Party is Trump. Can you believe that? So I said, does that include Honest Abe Lincoln? You know, he was pretty good, right? I used to tell them all the time, the fake news, I'd say, I can be more presidential than any president in history, except for possibly Abe Lincoln with a big hat. I don't know about that. Abe looked pretty presidential, right? What do you think? He's tough. He's tough. I admit it, Abe Lincoln is tough. But we love Abe Lincoln.
Let me get this. That showed up when I looked up Trump ID to buy groceries.
Mr. President, New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani is requiring an ID to access his government-run grocery stores. What then is your message to Democrats who do not want to pass the Save America Act and ensure, ID at the ballot box?
This was just announced. Yeah. I heard about it. Yeah. Well, I wish they'd have an ID.
and it's taking a while to load.
To access the voting booth. You know, they don't want to access the voting booth with any identification. We want voter ID and we want proof of citizenship. Well, he also had a thing where you had to have 2 different IDs to shovel snow during the winter, right? So that's a very friendly question. I like her. Who are you with?
One American News, sir.
Very good. All right. Good question. Very good. A good group, too.
Yeah, and this is the same guy that said Americans need IDs to buy groceries. So this is being pushed on both sides by both them. IDs is being pushed on both sides. By both the Democrats and the Republicans, by both sides. And this will eventually lead to the RFID chip being mandated because they need absolute proof of who you are. Absolute proof of who you are, and this will eventually lead to this prophecy. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And because they're going to want to know who you are, so they can control, they can have that ultimate form of control. You're no longer anonymous. And these are ways of introducing that absolute form of ID. Of introducing a pathway to mandating an absolute form of ID, which is RFID chip. This will eventually lead to that. And with that, the Republicans can make the argument for voter ID, which they create the problems, then they create the solutions. Who brought over all those migrants? Joe Biden. Well, it started with the Trump executive order, but Joe Biden ultimately played the biggest role in bringing all those migrants over here. And then who is calling for voter ID? Donald Trump. And the ultimate form of that will be that RFID chip. Just as we have been prophesying about, and we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Second Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And the word there, it's taking a while to load. I was gonna get the word there. Little Greeks study tools like the literal Bible that translates simply as avoiding exploitations or outwitting by Satan, knowing the schemes were also schemes. And this is a scheme by Satan, which also refers to, which means adversary, also refers to Esau, Edom. And since he is the physical counterpart of the spiritual being Satan. But we want to get Ecclesiastes 5 and 15 precept to that. Be not ignorant of anything in the great matter or small. So we're called to not be ignorant of anything. Great matter of small. And but they've been setting the stage for this MOTB, which stands for, if you don't know, already Mark of the Beast, for a while now. These devils are getting ready to make their move. They're making moves, so, which will lead to that, they're making that final move. Meaning the RFID chip. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great Nostrum and do well. And peace and salutations. Wait, I forgot I'm not supposed to say double honors. Because I'm not even doing this kid. But I'm like-minded brother. Salutations to the apostles and the elders of GMS who do well, and to the Akim out there. Spread this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the whole for elect out there. Hope this video was edifying to y'all. Shalom, stay strong, we're almost out of here. Like going dirty to the end. Shalom.